Matthew Bullock, another one of the new names. And Kenners, we are about to get underway at Charles Martin Reserve.
Here we go. Taleb went up for the ruck contest. Bullock weighted down, won the clearing kick, only as far there as Daheg Abdul Wahed, who gets a clearing kick up towards half forward, but good defensive mark is taken by Stuart Taylor, who wants to move it laterally. It was a dangerous kick, but it comes off, and now Airport West can steady things across half back. Stephen Rizzo distributes off, and now the long kick inside 50, coming with pace towards the footy. There was Clayton Rogers, but Northern Saints with numbers. McVeigh, that's Jesse McVeigh, laid the tackle, but Northern Saints are out of 50, at least momentarily. Stuart Taylor onto the loose footy. Gave it off, and now inside 50 once again. It's a good kick. It's a clean kick. Mark taken. Jesse McVeigh can go back and have a shot on goal from about 40 out. He's going to distribute off. They've got loose options inboard, and another mark is taken inside 50. Anthony Alloy takes it, and Airport West with the first meaningful entry inside 50 for the game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good start for Airport West, just hitting some targets, and Jesse McVeigh's had an excellent year and has kicked a lot of goals. He decided to pass that one off, and we'll see what Alloy can do.
In he comes. He starts at about the middle of the goals, and it fades well to the right. So just a minus score. The first score of the game goes to Airport West, one behind Northern Saints. Yet to score. 1.5 minutes gone, first term, Charles Martin Reserve in EDFL Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division action.
And Michael Cassanides will be the man to just wait for the Sharon before we can bring the ball back into play. I think we've got a lost ball, guys.
Geez, it didn't take long, did it? The first lost ball of the game. Those
I do believe there is a Bowls Club, I think, behind that end of the ground.
Yeah, there is the Faulkner Bowls Club. I did have a look at the sign as we came in there. Sprouts, it said, good place to come meet some people. Maybe you can go down there, make some new friends down at the Faulkner Bowls Club. What do you reckon about that, Sprouts?
Oh, always looking for new friends, Dave.
We'll have to have a roll together one day.
Is the Eagle Bar still running, by the way?
Down at Latrobe, it certainly is, yeah.
It's not.
High kick out towards his broadcast side. Moody Taleb went up, did not bring the ball down, and at the fall was Jesse McVeigh. A little kick forward. Cassanides will be happy to escort that ball over the line. 2 minutes have ticked by, and already a lost pill somewhere in that Bowls Club. We'll wait for that, but the umpire will bring this back into play. Left forward pocket. It is Airport West kicking towards Coburg in this opening term, and here go the Northern Saints. They'll clear the ball out. A wobbler towards his broadcast wing. Simeone had the ball go straight past him. He'll go back and fetch, though, just socket it forward, and it didn't go far. Alloy got it back for the Eagles. Hand pass went inboard. Ended up in Trent Rogers' hands. Back out wide now. Rogers and Barbero, they're in the foot race. Barbero will pick it up now and quickly get a left foot ball, but he was falling over as he kicked out of bounds on the full.
So free kick, Northern Saints back pocket, and looks like it's going to be Ahmed Abdul Wahed, I should say, sorry, to bring that ball back in. They've got a ball boy at the back of the goals there, significantly older than the Australian Open ball boys, but still doing the same job all the same. Ahmed Abdul Wahed in the Moody Taleb direction. That clever little palm over the top. Troy Barbero forces a stoppage for Airport West around their 50-metre mark. We've travelled 3.5 minutes in the first term here, and it's still just the one behind. Is it, Sprouts? One behind?
Yes, just one behind to Alloy, I believe.
That's good from you, Sprouts. Good start. Moody Taleb won the tap down, did his own roving, tried to come through some traffic. Nash had his kick partially smothered. Another stoppage, still 50 out from Airport West goal. Far side of the ground here at Charles Martin Reserve.
If you're playing along at home and not too familiar with the Northern Saints, just Moody Taleb, just perhaps think of Redfoo. That gives you a good idea of the hairstyle that he's been running around in for a number of years now, mind you. That has not changed. As the ball spills out, we're still in the left forward pocket, and that is where it'll stay as the umpire crosses his arms. We've played 4 minutes, one behind for Airport West. Northern Saints have barely gone forward of centre. Umpire throws it up now. Taleb tried to win it down, but a lot of congestion around this ball at the moment. It's heading toward the line. Barbero's going to try and keep it in, but he got forced over the line in the end by Little Fort Caruso, who is arguably the best player running around in EDFL. Fort Caruso. He's been forced to do a lot of the work basically on his own so far this year, but that's just the quality of the man. He is a champion in a number of leagues now. Fort Caruso. There's a holding the ball free kick. It will go the Northern Saints' way, to be taken by Sheen.
Good tackle inside their defensive 50. They're defending well at the moment, Northern Saints. The ball has spent most of this opening 5 minutes inside the attacking 50 for Airport West, and Northern Saints have only conceded the one behind. They kick out towards the wing. Now a chance there at ground level. Might have been Bilal Abouid, and they win the ball up towards half forward. Foot race on. Daheg Abdul Waheed's floating around. He might be able to get the handball here. Instead, Mohamed Taleb goes wide, and now back to Daheg Abdul Waheed, and he kicks the opener of the game. An important start, an important goal for Northern Saints.
He's a class player, Dougie Abdul Waheed. We've seen that. We've seen a lot of evidence of that in recent years, and one of the real playmakers in his side, and especially when you're missing like a fitter Ahmed's and a Kassam Ahmed's in the side as well, that your real playmakers across half forward. He's been one of the ones that have had to stand up, and he's kicked a nice goal there. Has Dougie Abdul Waheed, a really good player for the Northern Saints.
Just coming back a little bit ginger, but he did some hard yards there, Daheg Abdul Waheed, and we can just see him crouching in front of us. He's obviously blowing a little bit after that, but great goal from him.
Sprouts one straight 6-1 behind, is that correct?
That is correct. 6 minutes played.
Thank you very much, Adam Russell. We are back in the middle as Taleb just gets a little poke inside 50 and a clean bowled a couple, but the Eagles have numbers out. The back kick came out wide, mark taken by Ricky McVeigh. Right half back goes inboard. There's a loose man in the middle of Charles Mutton reserve, and that man was Liam Nash. He goes wide, very wide, a bouncing ball and a bit of a collision as well. Webster got involved, and there's going to be a free kick. No indication of which way it's going just yet, guys, or is it
boundary throw?
Actually gone all the way. Out of sight.
Good work there from Izzat Taleb. Really attacked the footy hard there. He's one of those newer names that we see in there, and he's got a good frame on him, and he won that one well. Third man up was Malual, and he won the tap down for Airport West, but couldn't quite get it to anyone. Then the pack forms, and then the umpire says holding the ball. So free kick Airport West. Here they go inside 50 once again. The target there is Williamson. Was held, gets a holding free kick, and a big shot on goal coming up here for Taylor Williamson. Northern Saints players not too happy about that one. Sprouts, what did you make of it? Was it a free kick?
On first watch, I didn't see the free kick there, but that's why he's the professional and I'm not.
Slight-ish angle. Good young player as well for Airport West is Taylor Williamson. So we'll see. Well, it's going to be an important kick on a day where the weather could turn ugly at any moment, Dave. You've got to convert while it's still good.
Certainly do, and this is a very gettable opportunity. Taylor Williamson comes in. He'll kick from 40 out directly in front. Goal umpire does a lot of work. He's missed to the right-hand side, and that's two set shots for Airport West that have drifted to the right, and two pretty gettable opportunities are behind to Anthony Aloy, and now at the 7.5 minute mark are behind to Taylor Williamson. So the score 1 straight 6 Northern Saints, 2 behinds Airport West, 8 minutes gone first term. And
again, Cassanides will bring this ball in, and he'll go straight towards his broadcast side, and Moody Taleb is the target. Just got fisted away from him at the last moment there by Bullock, and now it's going to be McCrisky. Lucky to get that kick away inside 50. Maluel was down there, didn't take the mark. It spilled back out. And the Saints have some numbers across half back. And here they go across the broadcast wing towards half forward on the lead. And a good strong mark there taken for the Northern Saints by Mohamed Taleb. In towards the pocket and running back. A great coast-to-coast piece of play by the Northern Saints. And Kota Taleb can go back and kick their second.
How good was that kick inside 50? That was the absolute perfect kick. It had to go over the top. Kota Taleb, it was a lead back towards goal. Had to kick over the line, and it was a great kick. I'm not sure who kicked it, but great kick, and Kota Taleb finished.
Sort of passage of play that you would expect from the Northern Saints.
Exactly.
Come to know and love from them in recent years. And
exactly right.
Perhaps it's one reason why we would still dearly love them to stay in Premier Division, because if they can just top up that list, we're going to see a lot more of that. That kick is badly hooked, though. And a minor score for the Northern Saints, which means they go to 1-1-7 Airport West, 2 behinds.
So ball's going to be brought back in by Stuart Taylor. A little bit of a huddle here at centre-half forward, and it's going to be a man-on-man approach. That's a dangerously wide kick, but in the end it's perfect, and a good mark is taken. And now Airport West can steady from the wing. The kick wasn't great, though. It comes off hands. Nash tried to take his opponent on. Crowd yells ball. The umpire lets it go. But batsman Abdul Waheed sends the Northern Saints forward all the same. Juggling effort, Kota Taleb. Not paid. Umpire says play on. Taylor clears the danger zone. Campanaro is in front, didn't quite take the mark. It's close to the boundary line. Clearing kick from McChristie, somehow finds the target, and Malual takes the mark.
He'll go straight towards half full. Good effort, Dave, by the way. I know names that have more than 6 letters will test your remarkable IQ. High ball inside 50 for Williamson towards the square. This might be a chance for McVeigh, but he just lost that particular foot race. He was just getting tangled up there with the Northern Saints opponent, and it's a minor score in the end. So
how are we going for? Are we going for Malual? Is it Malual?
I liked Malual, your first pronunciation.
Malual.
If anyone's here from Airport West, we will accept any confirmation on that and go with that for the rest of the day. Number 45 for Airport West. If anyone wants to come along to the box and let us know. But in the meantime, it's a kick in for the Northern Saints, and it's a turnover straight down the middle. Casanetti's kick was no good. It's taken by Troy Barbero in towards the pocket. It was trapped by foot there by Issa Taleb, and I don't know if that quite worked out in the end, but the Saints still retain possession. Kieran Sheehan gets the ball back out of the danger zone. No mark was taken, though. It bounced off Rizzo's chest. A high one to the square. Williamson, has he infringed? He has. Free kick. Last line of defence for the Northern Saints.
So free kick for them, and it might be Bassman Abdul Wahed that'll take it. No, he's going to hand off, and the free kick is going to be taken by Nick Hearn. Back pocket. We've travelled 11 minutes, 16 seconds. The send time. And that is a terrible kick from Hearn. It just dribbles across the face of goal. It never looked like hitting Mazan Abdul Wahed, I should say, and triggered out of play. Boundary throw-in. Inside 50 here. Oh, the umpire's not 100% sure there. I think the umpire might have thought it was a kick-in situation, but it wasn't. It was out of bounds on the full, so a boundary throw-in is the result. So back into play, and spills forward. Northern Saints, little tap over the top there from Halwani, and then the clearing kick goes out of bounds on the full. So free kick, Airport West. It's going to be taken by Stuart Taylor. 12
gone, opening term, and it is Airport West, who have only had 3 behind so far today. The Northern Saints are 1-1-7. Dahig Abdul Wahed, otherwise just known as Dougie, the only goal kicker so far. A high one to the top of the square, no mark. Was taken at the 4, a quick snap was no good for Taylor Williamson. That is behind number 4. Adam Russell?
Yes, that is correct. 2 behinds for Taylor Williamson now.
You are our scoreboard correspondent today, so you just jump in over the top of us after every score and just let us know what is happening on the scoreboard, as we can't actually see it.
No dramas.
Near the club room today, Dave Kennedy.
Luke Chapman, 30 out from his defensive line. Umpire asks him to play on, so he's forced to kick long and down the line, and the pack forms, and they all come from everywhere. Mustafa Taleb brought the ball to ground, and the Northern Saints go forward, up towards Mohammed Taleb. Just tapped it in front of himself, looking for Murphy. It spills out of play, but they gain 150 metres, and they get a boundary throw in at half forward, or just forward of centre wing, really. It's still about 70 out from their goals, but it's at their end of the ground. Northern Saints doing the ruck work. Halwani knocked it down, and only as far there as Anthony Alloy, though. His handball close to the boundary line in front of his bench and his coaching staff. Murphy, the umpire, saying that there was a throw in there, so free kick. It's going to go to Airport West, and it's going to be taken here by Trent Rogers.
Yeah, one of the more experienced heads down at Hanson Reserve. They're on the road today, of course, at Charles Mutton Reserve, Airport West. High, long, and down the line he goes. Issa Taleb's in the spot. Malual was down there as well. It came off hands. Casanetti's hand pass. It was a slightly dangerous one for Carco, and then Malual got it back and went in board. That was a good kick as well. Airport West trying to set this ball up. A high one in towards centre half forward. Some good defending there from Hearn. Now he's perhaps going to do some tackling, but he's a couple deep here. The Northern Saints will try and get the ball back. It just slipped out of Campanaro's hands in the end. He goes in again once more. Campanaro. There's a lot of players around this footy, and eventually brought down was Pete Ruzello. Ball up near the club rooms. 14 gone, opening term. EFL match of the day on 98.9 Northwest FM. Team up as well. As, well, was there a stray foot in there somewhere? Jackie Chan.
Malual tried to just hack it out of midair when there was about 3 sets of Northern Saints hands on that one. The umpire saying a bit too dangerous for his liking. And now Luke Chapman backwards to come forwards. Got it to Elliot Keiko, who kicks long down the wing. No mark taken there. Daheg Abdul Wahed thereabouts, and it spills out of play. No, the umpire says out of bounds on the full, and it's going to be a Northern Saints free kick. Daheg Abdul Wahed hands off. Batsman Abdul Wahed up towards the top of the square. Great kick. Mohammed Taleb takes the mark and go back and have a crack at goal from 30 out directly in front. Well, they did well from the stoppage there, guys, and now a really good passage of play. Mohammed Taleb, I think he was the man that kicked it to Kota Taleb before when they went inside 50, so we know he's got a good kick on him. Let's see how he goes in front of goal.
Well, yeah, he's directly in front, so you shouldn't have any issues with the angle. It's all about distance, but when you are directly in front from this far out, it's pretty hard to mentally get yourself into the routine of kicking straight, so we'll see if you can avoid hooking it.
Mohammed Taleb, laconic approach, didn't make the distance in the end, and now it spills to ground level. Trent Rogers, make sure that one goes out of play, and boundary throw in. It was just almost too relaxed there from Mohammed Taleb, but they've still got a stoppage, and it's inside 50 for Northern Saints.
Claire, no wind as an excuse. It seems pretty still right now.
No, it's completely still at the moment, but it's the players over on the Northern Saints bench are really complaining about the cold, and especially the coaching team.
Yeah, well, there's no shortage of long-sleeve jumpers around here, so perhaps that was the idea, or could have been the idea pre-game today, but we are in the middle of winter. As a quick snap on goal from Batsman Abdul Wahed. How about that from the pocket? A good start for the Northern Saints. They have the first couple goals, and Batsman Abdul Wahed just went bang from the pocket.
They lead 2 goals, 1-13 to the Airport West's 4 behinds, 4.
What did you make of that, Sprouts?
That was a very nice kick, Basman. He's when I saw him in the reverse fixture earlier in the year, he played some very good football.
Just floated forward, did very nicely, and goals to 2 of the Abdul Waheds out there today. Daheg Abdul Wahed snagged the first, and then Batsman Abdul Wahed the second with an absolute beauty from the pocket. 12-4 here. 17 minutes into the first term, and it's Northern Saints in front. Moody Taleb wins the tap. Coming off the line was Bilal Abouid. They're going forward once again here, but then at half-back, Airport West able to try and cut things off, and now they're looking to work forward. Stuart Taylor wheels, back pedals, then lofts to centre-half forward. Target, Penaluna edged his opponent under the foot. He couldn't quite come down with it. Spills off ground level. Little toe poke in front, and now a chance here. It's back to Aloy, round the corner kick. They've got numbers. It bounced through everyone. Did anyone touch it? Yes, they did. Touched on the line. 5 points now for Airport West.
Scoreboard, please. Where are we?
It is Northern Saints leading 2-1-13 to Airport West 4 behinds.
As Michael Cassanides, who might have a busy day today with the kicking in duties, he's going to bring it in once more. Almost time on first quarter. Good start for the Northern Saints. As Cassanides again comes to this broadcast side. No mark was taken by anyone. At the fall of it was Kanaquali there for Airport West. That didn't go far though. Hearn got it back for the Saints and tried to get it away from the danger zone. Tried to hit a target as well. Mustafa Taleb couldn't take the mark. He just got interrupted on the way through. It's a ground ball as we speak. Right half forward. Kanaquali again's in the thick of it, and now we'll have a ball up.
We've just got word from Teo Palazzeri down at Strathmore and Pascoe Vale. It is Pascoe Vale leading 3-4-22 to Strathmore's 2-2-14 in the first quarter.
Sounds like a bit of a shootout right now at Lebanon Reserve. As who's that for the Northern Saints there? It was Chapman trying to dig his way into trouble and get himself out of it as well. Inside 50, Chanso. Ricky McVeigh had the ball spill perfectly for him, but the pressure came late, and in the end he could not even get up with the ball. Cassanides on all fours, trying to desperately dig the ball out as well. It dangerously just trickles towards the square, and off the ground attempt was no good for Crawford, and eventually it will be cleared out by Northern Saints. It was desperate defending, but it's coming back in. Mark was taken by Taylor.
He's probably too far out to score, but he's worked back on the mark very quickly, and now it looks like he's going to back himself. So Stuart Taylor sporting the long sleeves. The man on the mark is 52 metres out. There is not too much angle to speak of. Starts it on the left goal post. It's bending back. It just misses. 6 straight, but they're all behinds for Airport West as we tick towards time on in the first term. They trail by 7 points, 2-1-13 Northern Saints. Airport West 0-6-6. Is that correct, Sprouts?
It is very correct, Dave.
6.
6 behinds, yes.
Well, okay. Which means Kick in number 6 coming up for Michael Cassanides. Enjoying a good day so far, getting some good kicking practice. This time it's a high left foot ball once more to this broadcast side. It doesn't even look out wide. It's the obvious option to go to, where Steve Kristevski is set up today, just to the left of Claire Varley, boundary side free kick. And the advantage is paid for the Northern Saints, and tapping along the ground is Ahmed Abdul Wahed. Got the support option there. Mazan was providing the shepherd, and he ran too far. After the first tap on the ground, he ran along this broadcast wing right in front of Claire Varley, and he went too far, Claire.
Pardon?
He went too far there, just didn't tap the ball on the ground.
Just a bit too far, and Steve Kristevski certainly wasn't happy about it. He was calling out a lot of pointers to his players.
So Alloy goes to Trent Barbero, and he went further wide, and the next man in the chain over the top will be Jake Webster. Takes it now.
So Webster, he's got it about 70 out from his defensive line, and now a long kick down the line confronts him. That's the direction he goes. Big fly there came from Ahmed Abdul Wahed, but the umpire's paid a free kick, and it's going to go to his teammate Cassanides. So there was a push out in the contest, and it was a free kick to Northern Saints. Cassanides in two minds, and the umpire asks him to play on, then kicks long towards half forward, but a big push out there from Silvio Camperano, I should say, and a free kick to Airport West. Ron Hackney goes up towards the wing. Good mark taken by Clayton Rogers. Big lead comes there from Williamson. That's the direction he goes in. So strong in front. Williamson takes the mark. About 45 from goal. 45-degree angle. Gets back on the mark very quickly, but he's going to have a shot at goal.
He's kicked the 2 behinds today so far, Williamson, so you'd be looking to get on the scoreboard with a straight kick here.
Let's see what he can do. He's an imposing figure out there, Taylor Williamson. He's had a bit of the ball so far, hasn't kicked a goal until now. Sends it straight over the goal umpire's head. And finally, the opening goal for Airport West at the 22-minute mark of the first term. Taylor Williamson bags the goal.
Northern Saints leading 2-1-13 to Airport West 1-6-12.
That is 7 scoring shots to 3. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Yep, so Northern Saints just have been a bit cleaner as they have gone inside, but it's fair to say that Airport West have had fair larger chunk of the ball so far today. Someone's phone's on silent. That's a fine as well.
That's Adam Russell.
Thanks for the second one as well. That might be around the grounds, and Adam Russell will be all over that. We're back live. That's Charles Button reserve. Rizzo towards half forward. He just kicked it to empty territory, really. Clayton Rogers was lurking, but Cassanides hot on his heels, and it's another boundary throw-in.
Jeez, Sprouts, I think that's a massive fine. That's 3 times that your phone's gone off.
It's not my phone, it's the EDFL phone.
Well, you're in charge of the EDFL phone today.
I'm working on it.
So Taleb won a pretty good tap down as well, and trying to run onto it there was Karko. Just hacked it forward in the end, but only came there as far as Kanakwali. There's a free kick somewhere there. Free kick will go Airport West's way. And they'll go towards the, well, for them, near side of the ground. That is where the away setup is. Bullock will take the mark. Long sleeves for him. Good idea today. Up towards half forward. Affecting the contest there was Cassanides for the Northern Saints, but a quick kick towards the square will trickle across the face and stay in play. Leading the foot race is Jesse McVeigh. Support there from Maluwal, but Hearn got in the way for the Saints and gave it off to Dougie Abdul Wahed.
Little clearing kick wasn't great. Put his teammate under pressure. Bassman, Abdul Wahed, back towards Daheg, Abdul Wahed. The 2 goal kickers for Northern Saints muck this one up, but the kick from Rizzo forward goes well out of play. And it's out of bounds on the full. Free kick to be taken by Ahmed Abdul Wahed. 24 minutes gone first term. He might give it straight back. Is that out of play? The boundary umpire put hand to mouth and then did not blow. So the Northern Saints can go towards the wing. Not a good kick though. Stuart Taylor cuts it off on centre wing. And he's going to look at his options up ahead. Goes out wide once again. 2-on-1 here, Airport West. The mark is taken uncontested by Alex Penaluna. Squaring kick. He tripped, he got up, and he took the mark, Troy Barbero. And now he can go back and have a shot on goal. A lot of people yelling out the words set up as Barbero has a kick to either equalise or put them in front or not score at all. In the end, the kick drops short. Is that a mark in the goal square? It is. Huge mark taken in the goal square, and it's Williamson once again. He can go back and kick back-to-back goals for Airport West. In he comes, no mucking around. Williamson, there's a double in the first term for him.
That's put the Airport West back in front now by 5 points. They lead 2-6-18 to the Northern Saints 2-1-13.
So Airport West just with a late surge of momentum here. Northern Saints, we know, have kicked goals against the run of play. So that is obviously their style of play. They're the big exploding running team, and Daheg Abdul Wahed and Bassman Abdul Wahed looked like they were just going to run away off half back, but they mucked it up there, and it gave Airport West a chance to get back in, and they hit the front in this game once again, Chief.
Not among the goal kickers last week against Strathmore. I'm pretty sure he did play Taylor Williamson, and there's been a centre square infringement. It will go Airport West's way. They're enjoying a good little patch here. And now we'll quickly get it moving. Bullock sends a high ball towards half. Forward, a big fly from Williamson. No mark was taken. Mallowell was at the fall. Just stepped away. Right foot snap, and it's 2 in a minute for Airport West. That was a nice little piece of class there by Samuel Mallowell, who just crumbed the ball, fell to him, and he just had to sidestep a couple of tacklers, quickly threw it onto the right foot, and he'll be glad that that one not only has a soundtrack, but it's also caught on footage as well. A nice little one for his highlight reel.
Nice little soundtrack as well.
3 goals for the Airport West now. They're on 3-6-24 to Northern Saints 2-1-13. Kicked the last 3 goals.
Good sprouts. This has been a good start from you as well, as the ball is back in the middle of the ground. Bullock, he's not an imposing figure for a ruckman, but Airport West win the clearance once again. Mark is taken at half forward by Clayton Rogers. Keeps on running, and he kicked the goal. They're away, Airport West, in the early stages of this one.
That's 3 goals in 2 minutes down, Dave Kennedy. Getting on a bit of a run.
Clayton Rogers kicks the goal. So goal kickers so far, Rogers with 1, Mallowell the previous one, and Williamson the previous 2. And they've all come in an absolute flood, Adam Russell.
They certainly have, Dave.
Goals at the...
It is 4-6-30 to Northern Saints, 2-1-13 still.
Do you have the minute mark that the goals came at?
Yes, so we've got one at the 26-minute mark, the 26:55 and 27.
There you go. Look at that. That's a huge passage of play in the last minute of this game, and Airport West now out to a big lead.
Yep, quarter time, sorry, not far away. The Northern Saints want to get the reply. Carco ran to 50, put it on to the right. It will go all the way. It will. We've got a shootout at Charles Mutton Reserve. That is no surprise. But today, these two teams have just gone bang, and Carco gets into the book.
4-6-30 to the to Airport West now, and 3-1-19 to the Northern Saints.
It's only 11 points as quarter time approaches.
There you go. Well, Claire Varley's on the boundary line, I think, and there's no rain out there at the moment, Claire, but it's raining goals here at Charles Mutton.
It certainly is. They were coming quick and fast, and it definitely came at the right time, considering Steve Crescessi was starting to get pretty annoyed with his side and feeling like they weren't following his instructions. So I think that's kind of proved them.
Claire, Moody Taylor is spending a lot of time on the bench at the moment. Northern Saints in the ruck at the moment have Halwani, so no injury concerns is there, just a rotation thing?
No injury concerns at the moment.
Okay, just surprised to see him spending as much time on the bench as he is.
And we'll keep a track of that one. Claire Buffeldi on the boundary line, the best in the business as we recommence play, and there's a holding the ball free kick, and it's going against Northern Saints just backwards of the centre in the centre of the ground, and it's a free kick that will go to Rizzo. Plenty of options running past for the handball, ignores them, and now kicks long in the Williamson direction. Hearns at the back though, cuts this one off. A good reader of the play is Nick Hearn. Now he's forced to confront this across the face kick that he mucked up the last time and doesn't really do that much better this time. So a boundary throw in, it's inside 50 for Airport West. We're ticking towards 30 minutes in this first term, and it's Airport West that are leading this one.
Yeah, we've just had 4 goals in the space of, 2 minutes of actual game time. An incredible little spark in this game to end the first quarter as the ball goes over the line now. Katakwali last to touch it.
Good work there from Kako, wasn't it? Just to impose himself at that last stoppage. He's really lifted for Northern Saints. He kicked that goal, and he's been good around the clearances. Fort Caruso is one that we haven't called too much today, and once he gets going, you sort of feel as if on cue. There you go.
On cue, it's Caruso getting the clearance up towards its centre wing below. Abu Wade got tackled by Kanakwali and threw it, apparently. Free kick coming up for the Eagles. It'll be taken by Simon Kanakwali, who up close is a very imposing unit. They are tree trunks for legs. Up towards half forward. There's been a whistle downfield, and Rogers will take the free kick. He's on the outskirts of 50. A high one for the hot spot, and no mark was taken. Some good defending there by Hearn, who's got the job on Williamson. That's going to be a key matchup to look out for today, because Hearn is a playmaker himself as a defender. And now in the hands of Alloy, who chips one wide to the pocket. A good hit finds Jesse McVeigh, who did pass one off when he was on the boundary earlier. He's done the same thing again this time, and now Troy Barbero from the same distance will have a slightly better angle to contend with.
Sprouts, Troy Barbero, has he troubled the scorers today?
He has not so far.
I think he had one kick that dropped short, didn't he?
He did.
There you go.
So it's Airport West still leading 4-6-30 to the Northern Saints 3-1-19.
And you can add another 6 points to that one, Adam Russell.
Have we got the goal kicker there?
Goal for Jesse McVeigh, and it is 5-6-36. It was a Barbero. McVeigh gave it to him. That's a goal assist for Jesse McVeigh. But Barbero, it's Troy, is it?
Troy.
Is in the book.
Good goal. Better set shot there, and I sort of feel like that's going to be the easier side to kick the set shots from. We've seen them drift across the face of goal today from this near side, or the grandstand side here at Charles Mutton Reserve. And it's a late goal to Airport West. Long quarter, as you'd expect. We've had 8 goals kicked. 31 and a half minutes gone first term, and it's 5-6-36. Northern Saints are trailing Airport West. That's Airport West's score. Northern Saints are 3-1-19. I'll leave the scoreboard to you, Sprouts, hey?
Thanks, Dave. Good effort, though.
Maybe one day I can rise to the heights. Adam Russell Sprouts, as we recommence in the middle. Samuel Malual was thereabouts, didn't quite get hand to ball. McChristie did, though, got it to Malual. Back to McChristie, and now around the corner. Long kick up towards centre half forward. Standing underneath, this one is Murphy. Couldn't quite take the mark. Great tackle there came for Northern Saints. Didn't quite pick up who it was, but it's Izza Taleb, I should say. The late number change there. It's still at half forward, though, for Airport West. Malual tried to tap it out, but Northern Saints clearing kick with the long torpedo punt coming over the top. Bilal Abouid did well to force a contest. Kanakwali clears defence, though, only as far as... Is that Fort Caruso out there on the far side? It is.
It is.
And there's the siren. At quarter time, here is Sprouts.
Thank you, Dave. That was a 32-minute quarter, and we've got Airport West leading 5-6-36 to the Northern Saints 3-1-19. With
And we'll just get the first bounce here, Dave, and then we'll hear from Claire.
Woody Taleb wins the tap convincingly, about 5 metres forward in front of himself, and now suddenly it's Elliot Kako that goes inside 50 for Northern Saints. Waiting down, Mazan Abdul Wahed. Can he gather before the boundary line? Yes, he can. Palms one off, palms two off. Dropped the footy, picked it up, snapped on goal. This would be something! Mazan Abdul Wahed just missing to the right-hand side. Great start for Northern Saints, though. They're on the board within 20 seconds of this one starting, and they've got it inside 50 at least for now.
Claire, where were you and what'd you hear?
I went over to Airport West, and Clayton Rogers wasn't overly ecstatic about their gameplay. He said that they were lucky that Northern Saints had missed a couple of those goals. He said that they've suffered a lot when there's congestion, and they need to give the forwards some more space to move around because it is such a small field.
He go to Eagles on the outer side. Rizzo went along the ground by hand. No bouncing today. Here is Clayton Rogers. Went up, did not bring the ball down. It's at right half forward for Airport West as we speak, and just waiting for this ball to come out. I suspect it will. It's not actually locked up. It's just not moving anywhere. Some soccer from Fort Caruso. That didn't quite work out, and then he put Trent Barbero into the turf without Trent Barbero having the ball. Free kick to the Eagles. And a quick one towards the hot spot. Williamson again. This time Issa Taleb is on him. No mark was taken. Woody Taleb was there for the Saints. Caruso, hand pass out wide. Casanetti's a left foot ball. A wobbler to clear it out towards the middle of the ground, and Kanakwali did not take the mark. It's Barbero there trying to pick it up. This time Troy He's got 2 bites of the cherry, gets it now, and wobbles one towards half forward, but just bounces off a Airport West chest, and not happy about it is Trent Barbero. Boundary throw in for the first time today, and on debut on a round of grounds duties is Adam Russell.
Thank you, Adam. So, starting in Premier Division, we've got Greenvale leading 1-5-11 to Maribyrnong Park's 5 behinds. Northern Saints here, we've got 3-1-19 to 5-6-36 as the ball goes forward now. Adam?
Airport West inside 50 as Williamson came out to meet it, wheeled around, handballed back. Jesse McVeigh from about 40 out. It's bending, but too much to the left. Misses. Minus score, so a couple of behinds each to start off the second quarter, Sprouts.
Yep, Keilor, Avondale Heights. We've got Keilor leading 3-3-21 to Avondale Heights 2-5-17. Aberfeldy versus West Coburg. We've got Aberfeldy 5-2-32 to West Coburg's 1-4-10. As the ball comes back inboard for Airport West, Dave Kennedy.
Yeah, Evan Penaluna sends a long ball inside 50. It's cut off Nick Hearn, about 40 out from his defensive line. Any other scores coming in, or we'll keep a track on that because Hearn's kick wasn't great. Geez, he's not a great user of the footy today at least. Ricky McVeigh flicked it out. Clayton Rogers kicked up towards the hotspot. Nick Hearn once again, this time handballs over the top. They're trying to run it out of defence here, Northern Saints. Immense pressure. Jake Murphy is under and the umpire pings him. Free kick, Airport West inside. They're attacking 50 and it's going to be a shot on goal coming up for Jesse McVeigh.
So other scores from around the grounds. We've got Division 1. It is Taylors Lakes 2-1-13 to Essendon Judah Stars 4-7-31.
Here is Jesse McVeigh, pretty close to the boundary line. This is not going to be a goal. It just sneaks in for a behind. So I've got that now. Sprouts 5-8-38. Plays at 3-2-20.
That is 100% correct, Dave Kennedy.
3.5 minutes gone, second term.
Essendon 4, Division 1.
East Keilor 5-2-32 leading West Meadows 1-8, as I said before the break. Glenroy 1-3-9 trailing Tullamarine 3-1-19. And in Strathmore Community Bank Division 2, we've got Chicana trailing 2-4-16 to Coburg Districts 3-3-21. Hadfield leading 2-3-15 to Moonee Valleys 1-5-11. Burnside Heights trailing 2-1-13 to Keilor Parks 4-5-29. And East Sunbury leading 2-5-17 to Roxy's 1-2-8.
A mark inside 50 and a goal for Jesse McVeigh, who has been very good so far today for Airport West. He finally gets his first goal of the game. That's probably his third or fourth mark inside 50, but has finally got a goal. And Airport West, well, in a way, they've just picked up where they've left off after quarter time. It's 6-8-44, playing 3-2-20. Jesse McVeigh's on the board.
Chief and Sprouts and Claire Baffeldi. Interesting results there. None more interesting than East Sunbury leading Roxburgh Park, did you say?
Yes, it's East Sunbury leading 2-5-17 to Roxy Park's 1-8. We'll stay tuned for the halftime scores to see how that one's going down at East Sunbury.
Fort Caruso just kicked it off the ground forward. Ricky McVeigh onto the loose footy, though. He kicked it up towards the wing. Trent Rogers is brought to ground. The umpire says play on, though. And they just hack it forward here, Airport West. Liam Nash sees the footy out of play in front of him, just right in front of his coaching staff, and a boundary throw in the result. And it'll be brought back into play. Right on centre wing, Moody Taleb sets himself. He's going to be up against Matthew Bullock as this one comes back into play. The double fister, the double palmer there from Moody Taleb. Troy Barbero there for Airport West. Another stoppage, though, as it trickles out of play. Claire Varley is on the boundary line and just keeping an eye on things. We'll cross down to her very shortly. But another stoppage is the result. 6-8-44 plays 3-2-20 as Moody Taleb wins the tap down once again to Troy Barbero, though. Kicks up towards half forward. Nick Hearn attacks the footy well, got it towards Moody Taleb. His handball was partially intercepted. It's still in dispute near enough the middle of the ground. It flicks out towards the boundary line. Foot race is on. Jake Murphy's there for Northern Saints, but it spills out of play, boundary throwing.
6 gone, second term. On EFL match of the day on 98.9 Northwest FM. Perhaps you're listening to us on Team App as well. Taleb, Moody got it down, and a quick kick forward there for Basman Abdul Wahed. Just went long and direct inside 50. No mark could be taken there by Mohammed Taleb. It's still just hovering around 50 at the moment, and at some point there was a free kick in there for the Northern Saints. It'll be taken by Silvio Campanaro. A long way out from home.
Camperano or Campanaro?
Just having a look here. Campanaro is the correct spelling. He's right on 50. He's not a big man, so the distance was always going to test him. It fell well short in the end. And Airport West will come away with the ball as Rizzo will take the mark now. They come to this broadcast site. And just some good pressure there by the Northern Saints. A turnover. Some really good stuff there from Mustafa Taleb, who got the tackle. That was in fact Mohammed Taleb, who went in board, and after causing the tackle and the turnover, went in board and found Simeone a shot on goal coming up for the Saints. 24 points as we speak, Sprouts, on the scoreboard, I believe.
Yes, 24 points. It's the Airport West still leading 6-8-44 to Northern Saints 3-2-20.
Now that lead is down to 18 as Simeone puts through his first goal of the day. Still no multiples on the ground. Williamson's got 2 for Airport West, but it's all singles so far for the Northern Saints. They move to 4-2-26, playing 6-8-44. 8 minutes gone, second term. And we've just got some supporters around the box at the moment, DK. As I said, the numbers aren't as strong as they have been perhaps in recent years here today, but weather's probably the main factor behind that.
Oh, it's a terrible, terrible day for football. I don't envy the players, umpires, officials out there today. Don't really envy anyone being at the footy today, but we all make that choice as Northern Saints win themselves a free kick inside the centre of the ground. Elliot Kako, who's been very good. Great body work there, and mark, is it, to Mohammed Taleb? The umpire says yes, it was.
Oh, he's having a good minute. He's having a really good minute right now.
Was a great mark, and he can go back and line these up. Mohammed Taleb from about the same position that Michael Simeone kicked the goal. So the right knee is slightly strapped. We saw a very laconic, lackadaisical approach to goal at the other end during the first term. Let's see how he goes with this one. We know he's a good kick. Can he produce in front of the Charles Mutton home crowd? This would certainly get them going. Mohammed Taleb starts it on the right goalpost, and it bends to the right, as we know it does at this end of the ground. Just a minus score. 4-3-27 plays 6-8-44. 9 minutes gone, second term here at Charles Mutton Reserve.
So Eagles, well, they're only looking one way at the moment. Short kick in, Alloy will mark, who's been okay so far for Airport West, who are leading this game of football by 17 points. Is that lead a bit deceptive, though, or not, guys? It feels slightly more even than that. There was a good couple minutes where they strung together back-to-back goals, Airport West. That is a difference so far.
It's definitely deceptive in the sense that both of these teams can score heavily, and that's not necessarily because they're very attacking sides. It's probably because they're not as defensive as some of the other sides. So it'll be interesting to see whether one team can just get some momentum.
Double fister from Moody Taleb, but he's got it straight down to Alloy, and a high ball to half forward for Airport West. Underneath is Clayton Rogers. It bounced off his chest. It came off to Ricky McVeigh. Up towards half forward, and Williamson will mark. He's got Issa Taleb on him at the moment. He's beyond 50. Clayton Rogers just barking the instructions from behind. He now chips into the pocket, and, well, he tried to set it up for Barbero, but it goes out of play. Eventually, Maluel is not going to keep that in, and boundary throw in left forward pocket.
It's good work coming back with the flight there from young Jake Murphy to make sure that he made a contest there. 10.5 minutes gone, second term, inside 50 for Airport West. Nash tapped it down towards a dangerous spot. What can Airport West manage at ground level? Nothing, because Northern Saints are going to clear defence. Elliot Kako, Daheg Abdul Wahed, so strong above his head, took the mark just 5 metres backwards of centre wing. Now he's looking long. Just a little short kick in the end over the top. Has it travelled the required distance? It has, says the umpire. Simeone's got it right on the wing. And now he's going to go long and down the line. Mohammed Taleb! He flies high for the home crowd.
Small but vocal, this crowd.
And now he goes inside 50 and turns it over. Aloy.
Yep, he goes over the top and inboard. That's okay for now. The mark was taken by Lafavi. And he'll get it moving towards the outer side near the coaching staff of Airport West. Of course, the senior coach is out there playing, Clayton Rogers. It's going to be a dead ball on the outer wing. That's an old, what do you call it, guys? A jump ball in basketball when the two players have the ball and trying to snatch it from each other. That's what happened there.
NFL, simultaneous catch?
Not quite. It's just a...
I don't know anything about
I'm not much of a basketballer, I'd say.
Keep things off to the situation anyway. We are back live and we might just get another stoppage, although Kako just distracted it at the last moment and then he got held up pretty quickly. Now we will get that ball up.
You are the chief of the NFL, aren't you, Adam Sarakoglu?
I think there's a franchise called Kansas City that might have a bit to say about that, David Kennedy, since they are the actual Chiefs. There was a Falcon somewhere in there and ball up again. I think the Falcon was for Omar Halwani, who was playing second ruck today for the Northern Saints.
Plural of chief. Is it Chiefs?
Yes, it is, Dave.
It's not Chiefs, like thief and thieves?
Not at all. As Basman Abdul Wahed is holding the ball. Free kick. Was there prior, guys? I'm not sure about that one.
Interesting. Well, Liam Nash will take the free kick just forward of centre wing as Airport West look to send this one forward. The target there is the coach, Clayton Rogers. Couldn't quite take it, and now he'll get done for time wasting, you'd think. He's kicked it away, or maybe he just thought it might have been back in play. I thought it might have been frustration there for a sec, but probably just thought he was still in play, and the umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. 13 minutes gone, second term. Airport West in front and with a stoppage at half forward. A little bit going on off the ball there. Maybe a hold. Umpire says no. Play on. Good one-on-one contest there. It was Chapman versus Stuart Taylor. No one really won that, and Airport West now are the ones that win a free kick, and it's going to be a free kick to Ricky McVeigh. Hands off Stuart. Sorry, it was the free kick to Stuart Taylor. Kicks up towards Williamson. It came out the back. Should be a goal. It is a goal.
No, it's not. Hit the post.
It hit the post. Well, Barbero has missed a golden opportunity there. Had all the time in the world, Trent Barbero, to stroll in and kick a goal, and he missed.
That is Airport West 6-9-45 to the Northern Saints 4-3-27.
I can forgive you though, Dave. He should have kicked it. Just didn't. How about Rizzo? He gets it back across the back of the contest. Hand pass went inboard and Taylor pushed off as he kicked and still hit a target. Liam Nash presented at centre half forward and he chipped one to the pocket. Williamson's been the go-to. No mark was taken. It came off hands and this time there will be no mistake for Ricky McVeigh. A left foot ball that almost hit the post. This time, though, it snuck in for 6 and 14 gone in the second term. Adam Russell, Airport West have a lead and a half.
7-9-51 leading the Northern Saints 4-3-27. Aaron Sarakoglu.
Which would be 24 points?
It would be 24 points.
4-goal lead. Halfway through this second term. And Airport West just looking a bit more potent as they go forward right now.
Centre clearance here is crucial. And being thrown into the ruck here is Helwani. And Moody Taleb off the field, it looks like at the moment. Bullock did the rucking, tried to do the roving, but Elliot Kako was there. Handballed out wide, not to anyone in particular though, and now Webster trying to come through for Airport West. Fed it back, and the kick was partially smothered there from Troy Barbero. It gives a chance for Northern Saints to go forward through Mohammed Taleb, up towards centre half forward. Good effort there from Kota Taleb, couldn't quite control it though, and now Anthony Aloy is away. Good kick, finds Nash, about 80 out from his attacking goals. He's got numbers streaming forward. Where's Williamson? He's deep. Goes shorter than that up towards Troy Barbero, a goal kicker today, had it fisted away from him, and the Northern Saints defend that one. It's a good kick up towards centre half forward. The mark is taken at full pace, not a mark in fact, must have been touched off the boot, and it's going to be a ball up. Mazan Abdul Wahed attacked the footy well and then was wrapped up. Ball up right in the centre of Charles Mutton Reserve.
Suspect there's an early half-time score that's come through already in Division 2, which is no surprise considering the unusual rate that quarters go by in Division 2, Adam Russell.
Yes, we got the half-time score in
50.
Division 2.
There's been a 50 and Airport West will come to the square, so certain goal coming up for Taylor Williamson. What is that half-time score?
It's Coburg Districts leading 6-6-42 to Jacana's 5-8-38. And we've also got Teo Palazzeri around the grounds at Strathmore Pascoe Vale. Pascoe Vale leading at 6-8-44. The Strathmore's 4-6-30.
Goal for Taylor Williamson. What was the 54, Dave? Did you see it?
Late contest in the marking contest. So, disappointing. And disappointing that no one bothered to stand the mark for Northern Saints as well. I think that always sends a mental statement to the other side. You know, they can't even be bothered standing the mark. But I guess to their credit, there was a disciplinary reaction. The player that gave away the 50-metre penalty did run straight to the bench. So disappointment there for Northern Saints. They concede a goal from 50-metre penalty and the margin blows out to 5 goals. Blood rule, and it's going to be Jake Webster coming from the ground. Momentary stop in play, which gives Sprouts a chance to give his analysis on the game.
Yeah, it's been a free-flowing game so far. I think the Northern Saints...
Those scores up on Facebook and Twitter yet?
They are, David, if you'd like to have a look.
No, you need to mention that. That's part of the job, but you know, we know you're still learning.
Okay, boss. But yes, as David has mentioned, I have got those scores up on the quarter-time scores up on the EDFL Twitter at EDFL Footy and our Facebook page at Essendon DFL Football.
Dave, you're very keen to get involved in that presser early on with the boss, and perhaps there's a reason why he's not with us today. This might be a contingency plan, which we won't get stuck too much into at the moment. Ball up. Just going to keep tight-lipped about one until the man himself reveals?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Ball up at half forward. It's Moody Taleb, and going up, almost third man in the end, and winning the tap down for Airport West was Evan Penaluna. And the umpire from downfield spotted a free kick, has extracted one from the congestion, and the Saints will get, well, it should be a shot on goal coming up for Fort Caruso.
Just another half-time score coming through from Division 2. It's Hadfield leading 6-10-46 to Moonee Valley's 3-6-24.
32-minute quarter here in the first quarter, so perhaps that's why we are a fair way behind everyone else. We know that it's nearly half-time at Lebanon Reserve, and Fort Caruso again, as he always does, and he has for 3 years now at the Northern Saints. He proves why he is the classiest player in the EDFL. He's kicked a goal from outside 50, and for such a small man, it's a big effort to do that.
Just hit it absolutely sweet, didn't he? He knows this ground well. He started that on the left point post and it bent back perfectly. A goal to him, and geez, wasn't it needed?
Certainly was, Dave. The margin back to 24 points now. Airport West still leading 8-9-57 to Northern Saints 5-4-33.
Challenge for Northern Saints.
5-4, 5-3.
I should be 5-3, thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Lift, Sprouts, lift.
I'm just trying to keep up, Dave.
The challenge for Northern Saints is to lift also and string a couple of goals together, and then maybe even a third. Moody Taleb back into the ruck, wins the tap down. Not to anyone, though, and it's Trent Barbero that put his arms up in the air as if he were claimed without it, and the umpire finds a high contact free kick, and it goes Airport West's way. Trent Rogers in the middle of the ground. He's going to kick long towards Troy Barbero. Was he taken out of it illegally? Umpire says no. Tries to double back onto the loose footy. It's still in dispute at half forward, close to the boundary line, and now it spills out of play. Boundary throw in, almost into time on here in the second term. It's Airport West by 4 straight goals.
Yeah, throw in. It's Moody Taleb taking on Evan Penaluna again. And, well, there's not much happening at the moment, guys. The ball just ping-ponging around at ground level. There's a whistle. A holding infringement, and it will go Airport West's way. Nash will take it, and he'll get 50. Is that another one? That's another one from the same spot, guys.
Yeah, so not 100% sure what that one was for.
Malual's been given the ball. Now he's giving it to someone else. So just exchanging the footy around between 4 of them at the moment. Barbero now has the footy, and he's taking it to the goal square.
I can tell you in the earlier fixture this year, 50-metre penalties were something that troubled the Northern Saints. And
Did enough happen in that game that could be taken into today? Will there be some
in what sense?
Some memories that have just been stored and might just resurface today?
You'd hope not, considering...
Based on incidents that happened the first time around?
Well, it wasn't teams between teams. It was generally against the officials as the Airport West player kicked the goal. Who was that man? Dave Kennedy?
It's a Barbero.
Trent Barbero.
Trent has got goal number 2 in this quarter, by the way.
Guys, I want to see if Claire Varley is on the boundary line, and with us at the moment, Claire, you there?
I certainly am.
Claire, what's the dialogue coming from the Northern Saints bench? They've conceded 2 goals from 50-metre penalties, and we saw just then there was a host of players that came from the field to rotate and possibly for a sort of disciplinary reaction.
Yeah, Steve is certainly not happy down there. One of the things he keeps repeating when he yells out is just kick it, and he has been talking to players as they've come off, saying that they're overthinking things and he doesn't know what's going through their head, so he's certainly not too happy. Also down there we've had Jake Murphy, who's just come back on, but he has had some treatment by the trainers to his right forearm, so interesting to see what's going on there.
Jake Murphy, I believe an 18, I think, an under 18 player.
Interesting. Well,
we haven't seen too much of him so far.
I mentioned he came back with the flight earlier in the second quarter there, so he's been at least put his body on the line, but they need just to really impose themselves here, Northern Saints, and be disciplined at the same time. I think that's the real challenge for them, because they've given away 2 goals from 50-metre penalties, and now the margin has blown out to 5 goals. Here they go forward. Mohamed Taleb, he was almost taken down, and now trying to come back through the tackle and wrapped up there by Kanakwali. Maybe lucky not to give away a free kick in the end, and it's a ball up at centre-half forward. Moody Taleb tapped it down, fought Caruso through traffic. He's brought to ground as well, and the umpire just circling the pack here. Players, officials, spectators all yelling ball, and you can just feel the tension starting to build here at Charles Mutton Reserve. A series of stoppages as the umpire balls this one up once again. Moody Taleb wins it down. Nash is over the footy. He can't quite gather. Now they're just trying to edge their way forward. High contact free kick. Sam Malual gives it away, and it's a Northern Saints free kick. A little bit going on at ground level, and maybe trying to milk a 50-metre penalty there. Something out of nothing, but still a chance to go inside 50 here coming up for Elliot Kako, who kicked a good goal in the first term, and he's got a chance. He'll have to kick from basically inside the centre square, maybe a little bit of Levi Casbolt leverage if he can kick the goal from here. In comes Elliot Kako. Doesn't get the best connection. Can they find a mark on the goal line? Oh, out of mid-air almost, Mazan Abdul Wahed. It comes down, Simeone out wide. They're working it back to come forwards. Now the snap around the corner from Chapman. Juggling effort, and the mark is taken inside 50. And a shot on goal is coming up, and 50. It's a goal coming up to Northern Saints at the 23, almost 24-minute mark. And it looks like it might be Simeone who's going to kick the goal.
No,
it's
that is in fact Mustafa Taleb.
It is Mustafa Taleb who comes in, bangs it through, the margin back to 4 goals.
Certainly is, Dave Kennedy. That's Airport West leading 63 to the Northern Saints 6-3-39.
And just confirming a couple of half-time scores in Strathmore Community Bank Division 2.
We've got Chicana leading 5-8-38 to Coburg Districts 6-6-42. And we've got Hadfield leading 6-10-46 to Moonee Valleys 3-6-24.
Yeah, some interesting developments there. We could potentially be back in Strathmore Community Bank Division 2 next week. Roxburgh Park and Hadfield, which could well be a grand final preview. I haven't seen Hadfield yet this year, Dave, and we're very keen to just find out what makes them so good. Inside 50 once more for the Northern Saints. Inside the left forward pocket, it won't be kept in by Alloy.
Geez, I'd like Mohamed Taleb's game today. He sort of reads the footy well. Probably slightly unlucky not to get a free kick on that occasion there, guys. There was hands in the back. The umpire letting that one go.
Right forward pocket. Umpire throws it. Sorry, left forward pocket. Umpire threw it back in, and Moody Taleb grabbed it from the ruck, which he can't do. Well, he can, just can't get tackled. And is that the rule, Dave? You can grab it, just don't. You've got to get rid of it straight away.
Got to get rid of it straight away. That is your prior opportunity.
There you go. High kick out wide, and Clayton Rogers takes a nice mark out of sight. 26 minutes have almost ticked by second term. Could be another long one. We've already had 9-6 in this game so far. We've got a bit of a shootout, a good one. But Airport West enjoying a relatively comfortable lead, and there's going to be a reversal after the kick from Nash. Umpire's pointing as though it's going to be... No, it's downfield.
It's frustrating to watch, let alone as a mutual, let alone as a supporter. I can't imagine how frustrating it would be.
As McVeigh goes into the pocket, and a mark is taken in the hot spot by Barbero again. This time it is Troy who is going to go for goal number 2. It was Ricky McVeigh who sends it in his direction.
You know, they've just given away some stupid 50-metre penalties, a silly downfield free kick, and once again, Airport West are going to kick their 3rd goal from discipline-related Northern Saints problems.
And the shot on goal, it was good. So that's Barbero of number 2, guys.
Yes,
Troy Barbero.
With the 2nd goal, that puts Airport West up at 10-9-69 to the Northern Saints 6-3-39, lead of 30 points.
Keeps changing, 30 and 24. It's sort of goal for goal at the moment. The quarter time margin, guys, was 17, so they've kicked clear by a couple in this 2nd term, but again, it's just been goal for goal since probably the halfway mark of this 2nd term.
Yeah, from the 15-minute mark, we've seen Airport West go 24 points up, 30 points up, 24 points up, 30 points up, 24 points up, and now back to 30 points up. So it's very much goal for goal, Adam Saracoglu.
When was the last time we had consecutive goals in this game for one team? As Woody Talib gets a free kick out of the middle.
Looking back.
Almost a big grab there to Cassanides, but it spills down.
Well, you come back to that one, Adam Russell. Just work on that one in the background. It's a high ball on the outer wing, and a double tackle by the Northern Saints. Make sure Airport West are going nowhere. Ball up, out of side.
Airport West kicked back-to-back goals at the 2 goals in quick succession at the 25-minute mark late in that first
So it's
term.
been goal for goal since quarter time, basically.
Yes, pretty much.
Ball trickles out towards the gates on the outer side there, and well, there's a bit of a dispute there with the men in orange and a couple of Northern Saints players, but it will be on the full. Is it?
Yep. Northern Saints free
It's
kick.
come off a boot somewhere in there. So
Ahmed Abdul Wahed will take it.
that was a good little plea there by the Northern Saints boys to make sure they're getting that ball. A high 1.5 forward, and Barbero wants the line and gets it.
Claire Varley is on the boundary line, still at the Northern Saints bench. They kicked another goal, or Airport West kicked another goal from a discipline-related issue. Is the dialogue still pretty similar there, Claire?
It's very similar, and really starting to notice that as the players come off, the players are just as angry, if not angrier than the coaches are with the way the game is playing out. And I'm not really sure who the major ones they're putting at fault are. I think it's really a whole team thing. They're frustrated with the way they're performing today.
Frustration creeping in to this game. It'll be interesting to see if the margin blows out either way, whether there is even more frustration. But series of stoppages at half forward here for Northern Saints. They'd love a goal before the main change. 28, almost 29 minutes gone, and they may get a chance here. The long shot from 50. I don't think it was touched, but it missed just to the right-hand side. That was Silvio Campanaro who misses. So the first behind of the quarter for a long time, Adam Russell. 6-4, 30, 6-4, whatever that equals, 40. Plays at 10-9-69, and we've travelled 29 minutes 2nd term.
Yes, thank you, Dave. A couple of half-time scores coming through at Div 1. We've got Taylor's Lakes trailing, 4-1-25 to Judah Stars 6-12-48.
Is there another one there in Essendon 4 Division 1?
Yeah, we got Craigieburn leading 7-6-48 to Hillside 2-5-17. East Keilor 6-3-39 to West Meadows 6-8-44, and Glenroy 3-3-21 to Tullamarine 4-2-26.
That's a good 2nd term by West Meadows, who were down at quarter time, we believe. Is that right?
They were. It's a 5-goal quarter.
Good turnaround by DC's men. In the middle of Charles Martin Reserve, and Airport West will trickle one towards half forward, but it's more heading towards the wing. Fort Caruso is going to chase it down here. We can just say Caruso when that's not playing. Hair pass, or kick rather, over the top, and Simeone goes high and long, but to a 3-on-1, and Clayton Rogers got a hand on the ball. Alloy was down there, and he has kicked that one into the trees at Coburg.
It's coming, and it's down.
It's just like a pinball machine, that.
It's going to be a free kick here to Daheg Abdul Wahed.
He kicked that one towards Rayburn Reserve, that one, and it nearly landed there too.
No, he's not going to take it. He's giving it off.
Dakota Taleb has it in the pocket. Now, I suspect they're home fans just hovering around him, although there's a green and white scarf lurking, so he might just get some advice here. Dakota Taleb with the banana, and that did not get any hook on it at all. It's just a high ball to the square! And a mark is taken and not paid.
Play on.
Oh, no.
Pushing
It's a
the
free kick anyway. There's your square up. Northern Saints will still get their shot on goal from the same range, and it will still be the same man to have a shot. I think, again, it is Mohammed Talib. He is having an excellent day so far today. Now, guys, we did have Ali Abu Weed. Was he on the team sheet, guys? I'm led to believe he was, but I've not seen him out there today. I don't think he's playing, guys.
I don't think he's playing. No, he wasn't on the team sheet.
He wasn't.
No, when you were
I might have
speaking
seen a
about
different
that,
team sheet.
when you were speaking about that in the warm-up, I thought, oh, maybe he's out there. Maybe there's another 60, but I hadn't seen him. No, not on the team sheet.
Okay. Now, he was named last night, so that's the late change. It's a goal here, anyway, for Mohammed Talib. He gets his first of the day, and I believe that he's 7-3-45 now playing 10-9-69.
I've got 7-4-47.
Thank you very
41.
much.
Sorry, 46.
That would be 46.
It would be. And that's the first back-to-back goal for the Northern Saints since the first quarter.
An
Good
even,
sprouts.
even number of behinds means an even score.
Thank you.
There you go. You're on around the ground, so now you know that. 7-4-46.
That's correct.
32 minutes
very much.
gone. Can you believe this? They have
Another long
kicked
quarter,
a
guys.
late goal, Northern Saints.
17 goals in this game.
We're back in the middle of the ground. Can they muster another late one? Moody Taleb certainly hopes so. A little toe poke there up towards Chapman. Gathered cleanly. Back to Moody Taleb. He's going to send a long, deep ball inside 50. Can they snare a late mark? It comes off hands. Who's home? Nash is home for Airport West. In pursuit of him is Mazan Abdul Wahed. Nash got his clearing kick. Clayton Rogers is there. And he takes that one out of play. Boundary throwing just forward of centre wing for Northern Saints. Almost 33 minutes gone, second term.
Was it high scoring last time out at Hanson Reserve?
It was high scoring for Airport West, not so much the Northern Saints.
So it was a blowout.
Yeah, it was about 80 points in the end, I think
There
it was.
cannot be much time remaining. And both teams are desperately trying for another goal here. But the ball is on centre wing and maybe time running out for both sides. Umpire doesn't muck around though. Moody Talib wins the tap down. Feel like I've said that a few hundred times already today, but another stoppage.
I got some Div 2 halftime scores if you're interested, fellas. We've got Jacana leading 5-8-30, trailing 5-8-38 to Dacobo District 6-6-42. Hadfield leading 6-10-46 to Moonee Valley 3-6-24. Burnside Heights trailing 2-3-15.
Just hold that forward, Adam, as Airport West goes inside 50. No mark was taken, though. Streaming across half forward, and centre wing was Lafavi. Got it in there, but didn't hit a target, and now that neutralises the footy. Go again.
Feel free to interrupt me as I continue these scores. Burnside Heights trailing 2-3-15. Keilor Park 5-8-38. And
Keep going, that's a half-time siren here.
East Sunbury 4-5-29 to Roxburgh Park 5-7-37. So Roxburgh Park have bounced back in that second quarter.
Yeah, give us the half-time score right here at Charles Mutton Reserve for 80th match of the day.
We've got the Airport West leading 10-9-69 to the Northern Saints 7-4-46. Dave Kennedy, your thoughts on that first half?